It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's a strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Chase, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Right side. Back to you. Hey, check back, Mike 6, Mike 6. Rep. 11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Buying time to his left. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On third down, Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action now. Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Pushes him aside at the 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
To throw is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 mighty.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. The final shot before break. Jackson into the secondary past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 70 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go play action with Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
MT tank. 11 MT tank.
First down. Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now Joe Mixon gets past one man. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A toss left, Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action with Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 31. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go?
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengals. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's a give to Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Oh, good move. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
138 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Evades him at the 10. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. He'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to run and put up the amount of points that they did. What are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with